Hey, yeah, the man 6767. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How you doing, man? How you doing? So we have to go here. No, nope, 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 nope. Speak with Otto.
What do we know, Otto? Some lads from the Imperial garrison in this area started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right. You think this was planned? Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip and the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complaining it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in. And now she's missing. She's fallen into the hands of the Empire. We could be next. A couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all. Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Okay. Find the curse breakers. Do we have to go to the map? There's one side quest. Let's do the side quest first.
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses. The lake water doesn't agree with it then? That's one way of putting it. But unless you've got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Ted does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rock for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Bloody war. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Someone might use some pitch.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost. Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. And in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over. Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
Prioritize the quest. Prioritize the quest. Prioritize the quest. Okay, so where is it? There. Two reads. Jump out. Okay, there is no fall damage.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. Trees don't have imagine Herbalist needing any more than this. Time to head home. Well, did you find me some wax? Find is one way of putting it.
We got the wax.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse. Well, I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves. Argo? So your boat has a name? I didn't know. Same as my old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Quest complete. No, the side quest is available. We go to back to the map and then we can go to the main quest. Arthur's Rest.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others. I'm sorry, Sid. We're too late. The Imperials have already left. We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon. Let's get you to our physical solution. Sid? Someone said you'd be coming. I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right. You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got nowhere. A pair of iron shackles and a hard march. Any idea where? Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey, sheltering Martha's bearers.
That bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here. We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid. You do the same.
Dark notes together.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
They've killed my bearer. I demand recompense. Oi, look short.
Look. Up ahead. Arthur, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something. Tell us what happened. What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened. The Black Shields? The bastards caught wind. The Abbot and I were helping bearers. They were going to hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on their Imperials, distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Arthur, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Black shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one order of shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all
You need to dream. How you doing,
Danger
man?
of the bearers to us.
Wait. These two aren't
Yeah,
dead.
thanks, man. I appreciate it.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offence.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn.
Saying so
On
many,
these our swords
saying
we
so much
swear.
stuff just to die.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive,
This won't take long. It's over.
See, just they were saying so many stuff just to die like that.
Is that all of them?
I think so. I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Found her.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting it. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials
Dead. They are. Every last one.
from that were true? The Black Shades will return. The cuttings will continue. Rosaria will never be safe unless we save her. Tell Mother to break his end. And this wasn't her fault.
I shall. In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
No.
We've laid the abbot to rest. The bearers
choice. I didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Like I said, they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials, assuming the Admiral could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Redding's jump. The current's there at Swift. If the Abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself before the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Perform the casting to Northwest West, make for Redux jump. So first we can make for the Redux jump, then we can make for the Northwest West. Greenland Black Sea. What is that thing? What the hell? Okay, notorious marks every now and then planning auto feature larger customer operations and most mark right is an always option repeating this interest mark from here not plan area. What also raw materials that we use to craft and
Spotted us, Torgal? What do I say? Of course it has. There's a floating island. not seen it. Okay. You didn't see that coming. That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
The pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
No one survived them.
I'm sorry. Before you passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumours started moons ago of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bears. I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these black shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish. No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Dwayne, what's up, man? What's up? Long time no see, man. Where are you, man? You're not even streaming, or you're not even seeing on the rates. Where have you been? You have been like, you're just coming and then going. Have you been busy with life and stuff? Oh, yeah. Every now and then we need to take some time for ourselves as well. And sometimes that's a good thing, you know.
You handy with that sword of yours?
So you can
Of course you are.
be with yourself, you can do your own things. Yeah, man, life is lifing at the moment. How's it going? It's going good for me. Just started this game last week and trying to complete this one. I think you have played this game, right? This on Xbox? No. This is not on Xbox. This is on PlayStation 5. This is on PlayStation. How come this game can be on Xbox? This is PlayStation exclusive game.
Chocobos. Fighting bandits.
It's true.
This one is the exclusive. The all Final Fantasy games are exclusive on PlayStation. Yeah.
And now they're back, looking to settle the score. Go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
Alright.
Here's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw her cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor
I think
then,
this game is
Thaddeus.
really
You save Whiteheart and
huge.
her
I
flock,
think
you hear me?
I've been playing. I
There ain't
have
a
played like
luckier bird in
for
all the
more than
world.
10 hours
She's
now,
a hero to us locals.
and I'm still
Don't
unlocking
worry.
some new things,
You'll
still
know her
unlocking
when
new
you see her,
powers,
I'm sure I
and they're
will.
still giving me some
Good
tutorials
luck
for
to
some
you.
of the other things.
And give those no good bastards a hiding from me.
Thought I would jump in and see how you're doing this. So you don't know. I really appreciate that, man. I really, really do. I really appreciate that. Coming and showing up and saying hi and being hanging out with me. It's nice to see you again. You know, I've been thinking like, when can we play any game together? If you have some game in your mind, we can play it together. Like, what about the new game that just came recently, the First Descendant? Have you heard about that game? Most of the streamers are now playing that game. I have also played that game. I've been like, I have played for quite some time, and I think if you want, to play with me, then we can play together whenever you want, because I can help you with that game, and that game is also available on Xbox. I have on PlayStation. It's like on PC as well if you want to play, so we can play together. You must have heard about that game, The First Descendant. Glad you're doing well. Yep. Doing well and good.
White feather.
When I'm playing games, I'm doing well.
I thought
When you
Ambrose
see
was one
me
of the
that I'm
kind.
enjoying gaming, you know that I'm well.
Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way.
White chocobo. 500 chocobo.
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
And also, like, I would be like happy to see you streaming again. Whenever I see you streaming, then I will catch up with you too.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Huh? Why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Yes, or better still, how about we hurt you both?
Alright then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Time for the combo. New enemies are pushing. Okay.
safe now.
Chocobos
Hurt, I presume. You know her, boy. Let's go. You couldn't be.
Lil Max Easy, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing, Lil Max?
It is you. You survived. You found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, well, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. Never stop to think our hero here might once have been someone's bound. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. A bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry, I didn't mean to pry. No matter who you are, you done right by me.
what is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you, and it seems our pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. Next time the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are. Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my car on the road, didn't you? No. But that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, just be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
The White Winged Wonder. Okay. Chocobo, no? we? Amount of safety one claims having natural influence to hold R3 while in the filter person and yes. And you might know. Gallop.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Okay, nice. Thank you, Henry.
Straight home now. Where's Gav?
Gav should be back by now. I hear there's trouble.
Ah, Clive! I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first.
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Ortha.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. You'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals. Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kuka would anticipate. If there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I have never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for? Eh? Huh?
This counter is not open. The library facilities and other island for veterans and for out located near Martinez. Completed site questionable through for the functional smoking okay.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Journey to Hawk Quest. There are no side quests now. There was this thing, one thing. Let me check this one. Okay, change stage of the influences and force this one. Okay. And okay, where's the music?
You think it's alright to touch him?
Where's the there?
Was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything alright?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martell's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All her hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. Welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'd be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martell apples, they're called, in honour of her memory. You hear that, Martell? Today's finally the day.
Whoa, puppy jump scare arcade, man, you scared me. Oh god. What the hell? TBR, thanks for the check-in. From TBR, let's go. How are you doing, man? How are you doing out for arcade? I hope you are doing well. Sorry, I like to announce some presents and I just noticed. That was a good way to announce your presence, man. Very interesting way. I have just added this new Lumia stream redeemers, or maybe something to interact for the viewers can interact more with the stream. So like there are a bunch of options, new options in the channel points that if you want you can try it out. Lumia has been good for so many. I know a number of have gone to. Yep, Lumia has been. I have just I found out about Lumia last month. So I'm going to try it out, and I did it yesterday. I think I fixed everything with that. At first it wasn't working for me, I had no idea, then I searched quite a bit for it. And here we are, it's now working. I'm planning to, once I redo everything later this year. Yep, you should definitely do this one. So like the chat, viewers can interact more with your stream. And this one, this jump scare is really good. If someone is like paying full attention to the games, and then you click on that jump scare, and then suddenly they will get scared and all.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Yeah, courtesy of Martel. Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl
It's
from
one of the
forest?
better ones I've seen, and I had
Oh, she
Poppy
was.
with a vengeance. Yeah, we might have played that Poppy game. I can understand.
Aye,
That
and brave
game
as
is
a
scary
bear.
as hell.
Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to pull out them trees when Titan attacked? Wait,
These aren't those apples, are they? Well,
But I think there are like
you're a
new.
bit proud. And
They
rightly
have
so.
made new
Like you
update
said.
with the Poppy game. There are like new versions of Poppy. Like 3 of them are there, I think. So when you complete the Poppy mission, then you unlock the another one that you have to do it. There are 3 of them. Yes, there are now 3 of them.
Your service.
So like they started with Poppy, I think, and there are 2 more of them. And more jump scare in 3 than 1. I have played only the first game, the first Poppy one, but I haven't tried the second and third. I might try it someday.
He can have them right from the branch, make Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you?
Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they?
I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not with dead ones. Reckon should be happy knowing all our hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with
I
me.
have played
I'll see
one
that the others
that
get their
saw
share. Oh,
Black and
and,
Blue. I went to the
give our
trick
compliments to the
it
gardener,
was
won't you?
bad enough.
That was the
Yeah,
last of the apples.
I understand. If the first one is really bad enough, like if the first one was even for me the first one, but I only played the first one. I couldn't complete the whole thing, and I didn't want to go back and do it again because the jump scares are sometimes really scary, and then you have to run away, you have to hide, and then the second and third, I will just say no. I will completely say no to those.
The Cursebreakers sent their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her.
I couldn't finish the
After all
final
these
round,
years,
so yeah, I had to stop
suppose
after
she
a
was
number
very
of people
kind,
getting a
even
because
to
of
a
personal
tongue-tied
things.
lummox like me. You were one of the
Yeah.
good
In
ones,
the
Martha.
I think I have also heard about some.
Why did you have to die?
I've watched some of the streamers that they stop for the final
put
round. They
everything into
didn't
her
do it
work.
because
She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough
it
to
was
enjoy.
getting too much for them.
And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her.
And
now it's a
I think
full-grown
some
tree.
of them, or only the few of the streamers or few of the people that I have watched, they have done the second and third one.
Her dream would have died with her.
And yeah, they say that the second and third one are the more scary, although they have the more jump scare than the first one.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way,
It's
Otto's expecting
that game is
some of
like
your
something,
crop,
you know, you have to just solve the
and I wouldn't mind
puzzles and you have to
somebody
run away from
if
that
that's not too
Poppy.
much to ask.
Of course not. I'll
Those
see that
games
you're
are
both
only
well
the
provided
ones
for.
that people
Like
played.
your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Yeah, I have friends who have done the others too, and they don't do jump scares well. Like if you're well with those types of games, like if you can handle the jump scares and all the things that's going on in the game, then you can do all the others too as well. If you're good with the puzzles, solving the puzzles, and not really getting scared by those jump scares, then I think people can do it. But still, it gets a little bit annoying, you know. You have to go to another place, then you have to solve puzzle on that location, then come back to this place, then solve that one, and then you have to run away with run away from Poppy as well.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav?
I would, if I can play the games, I will stick with this type of games like Final Fantasy or the action adventure games, RPG games. I will stick with those games
That he does.
because these games at least have the good story.
Such as these are best left to dominance, especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
Fair enough, I've been popping in more little things to
I always knew
announcements
that I
on
would
the
return one
TBR.
Return to Iron now.
For what?
Yep, thanks to you too for coming by
After learning the truth,
and chatting with me.
you were given the chance to face your past.
I have been doing like whenever I get the chance, I will just announce that I'm going live on TBR as well.
I must do the same.
But sometimes when my channel link is only the one on the bronze level, but I want to see others as well over there, but I don't find many people that going live from the TBR.
Come on.
That's why I started following. Yep, yep, yep. That's the thing.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories.
Some is the timing. I'm in New Zealand and they go in the middle of the night. Oh, you're in the New Zealand, so it must be like afternoon for you maybe, because I'm in Europe, I'm in Germany, so it's like almost night, you know, it's like midnight right now. It's almost 1 a.m. So I think for you it might be 4 p.m. or 4 or 5 p.m. If I'm not wrong, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. I think you're ahead. Yeah, you're ahead. Okay, 7 hours, 8 hours ahead. I think yes, you're 8 hours ahead. We are ahead. Yep. So like when do you stream? Like, what's your time to stream? I think I have watched 1 or 2 of your streams, if I'm not wrong. Maybe 1, I think.
Would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. It would be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Usually I stream for 10
You should have our full
English
cooperation.
on a Tuesday, Thursday, Friday around school hours, but we are on a holiday, so no stream for 2
What
weeks.
business can the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
Okay, so like you usually stream on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday around the school
You
hours, okay, but
fancy dancing
still,
the gallows
okay,
jig like the miller's son?
I can't even have you tap thanks. I really appreciate that. Thanks for showing up, and I really appreciate. Okay, so now like it's like artful arcades are like when school hours like when school holidays are over, then you might be streaming like on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Like you're seeing at 11, 10, 11
Excuse me.
to 2.
What was all that about?
So for me, it would be like 5 or 6 p.m. If I'm not wrong,
There's been
wait.
attacks on the garrison.
Yes, I think it would be for me. It will be like 5 to 6 p.m. early morning. Once my youngin turns 5 and is fully settled at school, I will pick up more days. Nice to hear that.
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100-foot legions? 100? I heard they were 1,000.
Quest destination nearby.
We're going hunting for outlaws.
Do we have to go here? Okay, so not here. Let's check. Anyway, I will keep you tapped up, but need to deal with kids who have a good stress over freeing. Thank you for being here and chatting with me. It was really nice, and I really appreciate for keeping up tapped up. I hope you have a good day.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
No problem.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen him, didn't you? At least I think they was the Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the
I
village?
usually have that tap up even I don't. Yeah, I think sometimes even I do the same thing. I keep the people tapped up and I don't talk much because something is already going behind the background that I'm talking to some other guys, so I have to keep the others tapped up. But I really do appreciate, and thanks for being here,
But we need to find out.
and have a good day. You have a whole day, so have a good whole day for you. Speak with the locals. Okay. Not a problem. Have fun and enjoy the game. Thank you so much.
Greetings, friend.
I will surely enjoy this game.
I know that. What do you want? We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you come telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, it's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back and beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosary would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Why not here?
No use calling Ambrosia now.
That's a fair old scar you got there, but... How'd you get it?
More of my mother's men.
Blood, Clive.
It's still wet.
Big Fine Dria, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How you doing?
You were told to stay in your homes.
The blood shields.
You know who we are, and still, you would bear your steel. Why then? We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true sword. Tell me what I want to the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you... We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Aldil. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry. Find something, boy. Death. This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Inaccessible. But we really have to go. We have to go here, but we're used to them. We are there. And someone will take us.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosabeth. They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
You find no succor to the South Travellers, nor beyond the Buet. The Empire has seen fit to banish us from our own land.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Until my uncle fared better. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in. Chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. And the entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Black light burns.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
It can upgrade something.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
They're all dead, what? Okay, let's go.
only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
So wait, the Black Shields are broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So wait. Let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
And let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
telling me that's the Archduke's son?
You are welcome to what little we have managed to salvage.
This one we can buy. This looks nice.
As you wish, my lord.
No. No. Not exchange.
I will be here should you need aught else.
Okay.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge and provoke the main host of their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So wait. The bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good.
Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Party members throughout the Masonic clan have been joined by various companies who are keen to lend their assistance or with independent clan association. They may choose to remain behind but right way. Okay. So who must join us? They all have joined us? Okay.
We'll keep them from the bridge.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Okay, he's there.
on your command, my lord.
What is it now? I told you. We bear a message for the Viceroy. From the Guardians of the Flame. Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Empty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear. Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank! I want them to fight their battle for them. More dragons! Works. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't stand it. This one.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point, that this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Cleansing. Okay, cleansing is to you guys.
There's no one left to keep them open. We need to finish this.
You ain't finished yet. Over here!
I'm listening. I'm listening.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullens. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I'll have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wayne. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters to rob him. He needs to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue.
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil, the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, thou shalt have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest matter in the twins.
Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. Always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play so Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle,
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone. The monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. It's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
so he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. The nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother.
All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ah! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim.
But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived.
Besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy. But now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass.
a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. So I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Monsters.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom, but Vivian can probably make an educated guess. I didn't take you for a scholarly van.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old Tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first ton of worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine, I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed, though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Miss Harriet, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. But normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what'd you say?
Fine. If you think it will help.
You'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. We'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen. First August, and now you. What you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil, shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on goods, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armour, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like every clumsy shit. Should have put the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. Now, every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. Yeah, you happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right, we're going. old Blackthorn is a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning him means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
You bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen. Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Ex all his stuff to order, but the fellow who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour or something. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Don't even have a workshop. Don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Yeah, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now where the bleeding hell was excited. Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe. Care Northern, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leather worker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Headlands wouldn't be half as well as a hold up the podcast.
What's the matter, Nectar? The hunt board? It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know? Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Alastia are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
day to you. Susan. You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
I've brought my share of it.
exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew. Something there, boy. Could that be our man? Are you all right?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
Your name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to forget. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She sent you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art, and not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a glorified tanner. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but
Actually, I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You sure?
Well, you did save my life. And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets it.
I'd be much obliged if you would. But I've got some greaves to make. You send your blacksmith my regards.
Will do. And thank you. Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
And with a bit of luck, Clive might... How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this, along with his regards. You're joking. He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard.
He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times too.
No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive. You didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. Then again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in the leather-working community.
Then we better keep this close to our chests.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own opening. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a curse breaker will have no trouble caring for. Anyway, enough narrowing. I've got work to be getting on with.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. I wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted. I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
Saying for you, dear.
your business or pleasure?
Come again.
Oh, don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Anything catch your eye? That all, is it?
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other.
Ah, welcome. Times may be hard, but if you got the gill, I got the goods. What can I do you for?
Unwanted violets, if you have them. Though I'd gladly settle for learning what they are if you don't.
Boy, I haven't heard folk call them that since I was a lad. You're looking for scorpion tails. Unwanted violets is what folk used to call them back in the day. They turn a wicked purple when you boil them up. Hence the name. Used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer. And there was a war on, that sort of thing. Thankfully, times aren't yet as hard as that. And even if they were, you wouldn't find anyone selling them these days.
Do the scorpions still live nearby?
I dare say they do. 3 breeds would be your best bet, memory serves.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
Stay sharp. After what the Empire did to Martha's not actually daft to stay.
Don't you go causing any trouble now.
Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against. I'd better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad.
Did you find our mystery ingredient?
I did indeed.
Marvellous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this? It's poisonous, surely.
You wouldn't be wrong. But that's your unwanted violet.
Into the pot it goes, I suppose. Wait here. I won't be long. I present again from the ashes of obscurity. Grab a spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
I'm not hungry.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean. Your loss. Oh, its teeth. What assault on the senses. It's like choking on swamp water. And yet, up through the pungency there rise complex, meaty notes. It takes a moment to recover from such an onslaught of flavours, but never have I tasted anything so fine. Thank you, Sid. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I must share this gift. I won't rest until a steaming bowl of Chance's stew sits before everyone in the hideaway. A single mouthful, and Molly will be breeding scorpions of her own.
I'm sure she will.
Typical nobles.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move. As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the mother crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago, in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the shields of the flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Tristanus, home of Drake's Breath, and plucked it from the duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drostinus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather. Both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. Then, thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
We'll be over soon.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill, when you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox, the man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Always.
And I'll be beside you too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud. Useful trick. Freezing and throwing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it when the Crusaders took to the seas to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
There she is. The Iron Kingdom's Mother Crystal.
Drake's breath. Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them. This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency, allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen. sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
Right. Let's go. I always admit, I came here it would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosaria, didn't it?
Once, though it's been in the Ironblood's clutches for far too long.
As was I. For 13 years, this rock was my home. I know its secret only too well. This path was abandoned after an ether flood. They don't guard it anymore.